I think this is the most OP faction start I have ever had on a brand new season, which started just this Saturday. And just look at us, boys. We are killing it. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we are bringing back factions to our channel, and today we are here on cactus-mc. Now, if you guys don't know this server, this used to be called Breach PvP, and a lot of people asked me to join back into the server, and here we are, boys. This is another start on factions. Hopefully you guys are excited for it. In today's episode, I'm gonna give you guys a tour of our faction space, and I'm gonna give you guys tips and tricks on how to get better at factions, no matter if you're a beginner or intermediate. You're gonna learn a lot from it. Anyways, without further ado, let's just jump right into it. And just like that, we are at the finished base. And wait, is it episode 1 or is it episode 10 already? What's happening? This base is almost done indeed. I was actually late to the release, but as you guys can see, our faction has finished already trenching and has finished already genning the walls, which is just outrageous. And that we do have Donald Trump on top of our wall, and yes, he's saying better like this video right now or you are fired. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, hit that like button right now. But anyways, back to the faction topic. As you guys can see, our base is looking pretty freaking wild. I mean, look at this. We have obsidian walls, then sand walls, obsidian sand, obsidian sand, obsidian sand. And we also do have obsidian filters that are going to be set up very shortly. You guys can see how it looks like right over here, but it also does look like they shrink the border a little bit, or the gen bucket just kept going that way. I'm not sure what happened over here, but these are obsidian filters and they can be very annoying to actually shoot through. So that means that our base might be very protected, and yes, this is probably going to be an unraidable base if our faction is going to be active and online, because we do obviously need to defend it if somebody's shooting at us. But yeah, I want to show you guys the obsidian filters because that's something that we didn't set up in the previous season of factions. And yeah, but overall these are our walls, and I believe this should be filled with water or with sand. I'm not exactly sure, but as you guys can see, our base is looking pretty wild. And also, I'm not sure if left shooting is enabled here in the server, because as you guys can see, the walls go all the way around. And if you guys are wondering what's left shooting, is because you can actually like usually shoot straight, and then at the end it shoots left, so you can kind of skip all the walls. And that's why you want to build it all the way like this, which is going to take you a lot of time, especially if you don't have the corner. But I'm not exactly sure if left shooting is actually disabled or it's enabled, so you guys can hop onto the server and confirm with the staff. But anyways, it's time for us to move inside of the base and show you guys how the base looks like from the inside, because if we do F-top, then as you guys can see, well, you guys won't be able to see, but we are at the F-top, which is pretty amazing. And as you guys can see, we have a lot of spawners already placed down. More specifically, we have, I'm not actually exactly sure how many IGs we have, but we have a little over 100 or close to 200, which is pretty amazing, and they do make us quite a lot of in-game money, which we're going to be talking about in the next episode. So if we AFK here, we are going to be making, well, just trust me guys, we're going to make a lot of freaking in-game money. And anyways, let's get back over here. And we also have some other spawners set up, but for now, this is the main area. And now we're moving on to the next area. And as you guys can see, we have a lot of IGs over here as well. And I believe there's actually 400 IGs. And do you remember where I said that there's about 100 IGs? That whole area, I think, had about 400. So if we go to the F-top, as you guys can see, we have about 1,000 IGs right now. And yes, we are in F-top 3, which is pretty amazing, but we do have a lot of catching up to do, which we should be able to do. But as you guys can see, I mean, this base is pretty outstanding. I mean, so many freaking IGs. But yeah, this whole area is a freaking maze. I mean, there's so many freaking doors that you need to go through. And yeah, but anyways, I'm not going to show you guys too much in detail, because I mean, we gotta leave some confusion for you guys when you arrive to the base and try to raid it, okay? But yeah, this is one of the private boxes, which is owned by HYPIXEL, who's one of the leaders of the faction. And it's probably gonna look beautiful, but right now the base isn't that special from the inside. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys another area in a very second of our base. But this is time for the top 3 faction tips that I have for you guys if you're starting out with the factions, or even if you're an experienced player. These tips and tricks are gonna help you out a lot, so watch out for that. and let's jump right into it. Okay, and the server does actually have Koth, which is King of the Hill, and this is actually pretty interesting. But as you guys can see, I came up here and I noticed that there's only one faction, and that's our ally faction. So I decided to go roam around, and then I saw some people AFKing, and I had a bit of a PvP fight. But take a look at the timer, ladies and gentlemen, because something extremely embarrassing is about to happen. And as the timer is about to hit 11 seconds, we freaking died, okay? We lasted this fight only 11 seconds, which is just crazy. Now, here's a good tip for you guys. Right before you jump into the PvP, eat the god apple straight away. And that's how you're gonna survive. This is a tip, I guess, here on the server, how to handle PvPs. Because when I died, everybody told me this thing: eat your gaps and you're good to go. Alrighty, so the next tip that I have for you guys is to make sure that you check your walls. Now, this might sound pretty obvious, but I'm gonna tell you guys how to check them very efficiently and very quickly. So you can just hop online for a second, see if the walls are good, and then you can log back offline. So what you want to go ahead and do is set up F-warp check. Now, our faction has taken extreme precaution because, as you guys can see, we are protected inside of this area. But what you want to go ahead and do is build it next to a sand wall, because the sand wall is going to be changing nevertheless where it's going to be hit. Unlike the obsidian wall, because they could be hitting the bottom, they could be hitting the above there, whatever it may be, they might be hitting somewhere. But with the sand wall, the whole wall is going to be damaged. And that actually brings us to the next point, is that you actually want to set up redstone on top of your walls. Now, you want to do it on top of the sand walls, because once it breaks, the redstone is going to break as well. And at one side, you want to set up a redstone torch, and you don't want to be checking on the redstone torch side, you want to be checking on the other side. Now, once the sand wall breaks, the redstone is going to break alongside with it, and as you guys can see, this turns off. So that means something is wrong with this wall right here, and we're gonna go ahead and check it. So you can set this up. Now, this is actually bannable on some servers, but I believe this is allowed on this server. Alrighty guys, moving on to the final tip, which is the third tip in today's episode. It's gonna be making money. Now, as the server says, it's cactus-mc, so that means Cactus is gonna make you a lot of in-game money. Now, this is quite true for many servers actually, that cactus farms are really OP, and this is the best way to set it up on a faction server where you have crop hoppers, or any skyblock server actually which has crop hoppers, because this is the most efficient way to set it up. And as you guys can see, we don't have any collection system, because, well, the crop hoppers catch everything into their chest pretty much, and you're gonna be good to go. So anyways, if you guys are wondering how the heck did you build all of this, it's gonna take me forever. Well, you can actually use Schematica, and you can load in a Schematica of a cactus farm, and then you can go ahead and do printer on, and then you're gonna be able to start printing. And this is actually a very good plugin. It's gonna save you a lot of time just going to the shop and buying the materials. It's gonna buy the materials automatically for you, and overall it's not gonna be glitching out, because on some servers printers are actually not allowed, and also they're just sometimes glitchy. But make sure if this allowed to get yourself schematica of certain things, and you can do actually really nice builds with that. And Bad Lion Client actually has schematic option as well, and I think Cosmic Client does have it too. Anyways, moving on to the crazier side of things, we're gonna open up some crate keys, and we'll see if we're gonna get some spawners, because, well, that's another way to make some in-game money. We have quite a few crate keys, as you guys can see. We have the kit crate key as well, which means that we're gonna get permanent kit access to certain kits, which is gonna be pretty exciting. Alright, so I just went ahead and opened up all of the mob coin crates, which I did have, and we got ourselves some money pouches, and I also did get myself tier 5 money pouch, which is gonna help us out a bit. And yeah, but as you guys can see, we also got spider spawner and 16 creeper eggs from that. But anyways, moving on, we're gonna open up the legendary crate key. I'm quite excited for it, so let's hope that we're gonna get something good from here, and let's see what we're gonna get. I'm hoping for some IGs. That would be very delightful. And we just got ourselves 10 crop hoppers, which was actually something that I was just recently talking about, so not too bad of a win. Let's go ahead and save them up. If we're gonna be upgrading our farm right now, I believe we have everything, and we just got ourselves 2 spider spawners. Not too shabby. Let's see what else. Oh my god. Okay, I'm just repeating my stuff that I'm winning. Oh boys, I just got 2 iron golem spawners. Okay, For some reasons it was glitching out, but we just won 2 IGs. Okay, that's pretty decent, and we just got ourselves 2 epic keys, so now we have in total 8 epic keys. Alrighty, so there we go, we have just finished opening up the kit crate, and I put some armor over here. We got pretty decent armor, and we got 2 times Montana set, and they actually stacked on top of each other, which is really good, because if this armor set breaks, we could actually break it twice, I believe. So that's going to be pretty good for PvP, and I'm definitely looking forward to using it. I mean, it's protection 10, unbreaking 10, so it should last us quite a while, because in this server you do need to actually usually carry 2 sets of armor, because it can easily break during PvP. That's part of the OP PvP, I guess. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and open up the epic crate keys now, and we're going to see what we're going to get from this. And there we go, epic keys have been opened, and we didn't get really anything noteworthy except for a kit crate key, so let's just open this. And I think these are actually not permanent kits, so we'll get it just once, but that's alright. And we just got ourselves a cactus set, which we'll just drop into our PV1. Why not, to have extra armor? And talking about actually tips and tricks here, I would recommend you guys to set up your chest like this, because during PvP you never know when you're gonna need another set, or you need to go back there to fight. Especially when defending the base, it's really needed to have your armor sets just waiting for you to be used. Or you can just put them into your ender chest as well. That's another way to go. But anyways, on this note, we are going to be ending today's episode. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you guys drop a like button. And like I said, Donald Trump is going to fire you otherwise. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one, and a peace out.